It's a perfect wok. It's smoky, meaty goodness. Cannot be beat.
It's hot. It's very hot.
All right, so now we're going to review the Hostess apple fruit pie. Some of you might have seen me review Entenmann's apple pie, and then Lee did it. It was weird. We had a little bit difference. I could taste the apple. He didn't have the palate to taste the apple. He just tasted sweet. But I have very, very detailed palate. I can taste things like that. But I want to find out if he was right about, he did make a good observation that Entenmann's is not that small mom and pop. So maybe they're more like Hostess now, like a big company and that just manufactures these things. So I want to try their apple pie and see if it's better, if it's worse, if it's the same, just to see how far did Entenmann's fall from from being a small company to a really big company. And then hopefully maybe Lee will review this one someday too, and he can compare his reviews. So I'll put the link to the video of where I do the Entenmann's apple pie after this. So let's give it a shot. It feels heavier than the Entenmann's apple pie, to be honest. Like, it just feels like there's more to it. Give it a try. The crust part is thicker. I gotta say, now I'm having trouble tasting the apple. For this one, there's also less pieces of apple. It's more of just the, like that kind of gel. And it doesn't have that, as much of the cinnamon flavor to it. So, the outside is okay. It's not as light though. It's heavier and thicker and more like that processed kind of, not fresh baked product like that you'd expect. Where Entenmann's was just a little bit more flaky, a little thinner, a little bit fresher. Where this is just more of that heavier kind of feel to it. It is overall a heavier product than I remember. I don't remember it being this much. I almost feel like this would fill me up and ruin dinner. Like, I don't want to eat the whole thing. It also leaves me with a weird taste in my mouth. So again, the inside is kind of more of, like, yes, this one is just some sweetness. It is a lot of this crust. It's very thick. I'm almost afraid to bite it again because it's really dry. I don't like it as much as the Entenmann's. I don't. But the Entenmann's isn't much better than it. I will admit that. So it's definitely neither is what I remember from being a kid when actually the Entenmann's tasted amazing, their products. I'm going to say that this is like a 5.1. Like, it's okay. It'll meet that craving for sweets. It's probably even high. I mean, most people, I wouldn't even blame them if they rated it lower. But I'm very sentimental and nostalgic, and I used to love these. And I like sweet things, so it's hard to go below that, because if I'm in the mood for something sweet and this was sitting in the closet, I'm certainly going to grab it without hesitation. But it's certainly not going to come above much better desserts. Like, anything you buy in a restaurant, like a dessert in a bakery, is going to be so much better than this. So I'll just go with that. 5.1, not as good as the Entenmann's apple pie, but the classic Hostess fruit pies, the apple fruit pie, classic from when I was a kid. I remember the commercials. And that's a review.